So, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, everyone, depending on which time zones you are joining it. So, however, thank you so much for everyone for making it at this late evening time of India. But anyway, so let us quickly start with this. What exactly we are going to talk about this. I hope all of you are here to know more about SAP S4HANA CIBO, that is a controlling module, right? So I'll help you out with all the questions that you might have in your minds to know about the course and what we are going to cover, what will be the structure, fees, and everything we are going to cover in next few minutes. I would request everybody to keep yourself all the lines in mute unless you wanted to talk or ask any particular question. Yeah, then we'll answer all your questions. Then we'll wind up maybe by 30 to 40 minutes max. Okay. So now the first thing, KNR Ignite Solutions, you see the brand. So we from KNR Ignite Solutions has already delivered multiple batches of SAP batches from multiple modules, FI, CO, SD, MM, and ABAP modules. And also we are trying to add more SAP and other trainings as well. That's a one small portion of it. You can also see a lot of students who completed FI course from us in our previous batches is also here in this session. If possible, maybe towards at the end of the session, if we can have an interaction with all of them and hear their feedback as well. Maybe you can hear the genuine feedback about it. Okay. So yeah, we'll talk about all that. The testimonials also you can see. I don't want you to spend a lot of time in this session to understand about our testimonials or the feedbacks given by our alumni. The few things I just wanted to show here, maybe in case you can't read all of them in a short period of time, I'll share the link where you can refer all these testimonials from TopMate platform where it is already available. And also I have grabbed some of them. You can always refer from my TopMate profile. I'll share that link after this session with all the participants. Okay. So you can see those who enrolled or completed or joined in a SAP jobs. Most of them has given their feedback sheet. Okay. So yeah, let me proceed further for you to understand better about who are the trainers, what do they carry as an experience, right? Everybody might be wondering what exactly these trainers, whether they are really qualified or not qualified, how can they handle these trainings, right? To answer you as you see, my name is Narasimha Reddy, and along with me, there will be a one more trainer called Vinod who is going to cover up all these controlling module sessions. So myself comes with close to 17 plus years of experience with the top MNCs, including IBM, Infosys. I worked a majority of my time there. And currently I'm leading KNR Ignite Solutions with other modules of the trainings. Here, let me put more about SAP trainings, what we are doing, the other trainer, what he comes with. So Vinod also comes with a very good amount of corporate experience. He also delivered multiple batches of trainings with corporates and also individual people, okay, with us. And his core areas is like he's a very strong in FI, asset accounting, and controlling areas, and he will be able to cover up the end-to-end your training for a controlling. He also comes with a strong domain knowledge with the real-time scenarios. Okay, and he also is somebody who has a very good presentation skills in terms of virtual trainings whenever we are running it. And his major core areas, like I mentioned in FI, including GL, APAR, asset accounting, your cost center accounting, internal orders, cost elements, profit center accounting, product costing, material ledgers, in-depth concepts. And you can expect the detailed explanation on each and every topic that is required for a controlling module for you to become a successful CIBO consultant. Okay. So at KNR Ignite Solutions, again, we are specialized in SAP courses, and we give our best to make sure whoever enroll with us, they should not regret for any reason in terms of duration, or it can be the content that they are getting it, or quality of the stuff they get it here. Okay, that's our commitment to provide you the best what you can get it from us. Okay. So, and also maybe the whatever the points that you see, I also personally worked with IMA Bangalore chapter. I'm not sure how many of you are aware about IMA board. Any of you aware about what is IMA board? Otherwise, I can brief about that in quick. Anybody heard about Chartered Accountancy Board in India and CMA boards in India?
ICA,
ICA, right?
ICA.
Similar to that in US, we have a board called IMA, who is providing CMA courses. Okay. CMA and CPA courses from USA are delivered. And this board is called Institute of Management Accountants, which is from US. And you guys can Google it later. And I served to this board for 2 years as a board member. And I also managed and published multiple articles on a finance related, particularly in IMA newsletters. Okay. So I'm also managing a PNA newsletter where it is available on a LinkedIn. You guys go ahead and check it. Those who are looking for a basic knowledge about finance and accounting, yes, that will help you. Whoever wanted to upskill yourself in SAP modules, certainly you need to have a certain fundamentals or a basic knowledge about finance and accounting, including your business knowledge that you require. So that has been aptly covered in a uh, short size articles in my newsletter. There are multiple articles you can go ahead and check later. And some of you, whoever has already attended various sessions with me, either a complete training or a project trainings or any other conversations, you understand or you know that better. But you can talk about your experience maybe a little later at this session. Okay. That's a quick about the trainer's profile for you to know. And further to know more about the controlling, right? SAP S4HANA Controlling, as all of you are aware about it, what exactly it is going to be covered, right? Let's understand a bit about that here, what it is there for all of you. In controlling module, particularly, we are going to cover about product costing, and also we are going to cover your material ledger, one of the core and important concept that you require, and a COPA. So these are the three major topics that you see whenever you talk about it. Under your product costing, we are also going to cover about multiple scenarios or a multiple business instances like your make to order scenarios, make to sale scenarios, and also engineer to order scenarios. These are the three major things that can be covered under product costing. Each one of them will take an average 15 to 20 days. It's not that we'll cover in a 1 or 2 days, but the topics, whatever we start doing it, we'll go very deep about each and every concept. So you can expect the depth of the knowledge that we are going to cover about it. With that intent, we would request you to bear with us the time that we are going to spend, because it will take the overall duration, which I'm going to touch base later. For that reason, product costing, if I want to cover at least one scenario, like let's say make to order, for example, with a brief introduction about what is product costing and what is the configuration required and other stuff. And it needs at least 25 days for us to cover make to order scenario along with all this. And depending on the time later, we will also touch base. We'll come back to remaining scenarios, engineer to order and the MTS scenarios, because everything will become, all three scenarios will become too much initially. With that intent, we'll kickstart with make to order so that all of you will become familiar. Then you can easily come back and understand the remaining scenarios once you've done with one round of MT. Okay. In the meantime, we will also cover up material ledger, legal valuation, and other stuff. This needs another approx 15 to 20 days of time to cover material ledger concepts. And then we'll cover up the COPA related concepts. And then we will also touch base. I mean, when I say touch base, we'll also go and understand in detail about internal orders. It's not just a high level overview we go, but we go very detailed about internal orders. And then also we'll talk about more of your interview preparation, whether irrespective whether you are already a working consultant or a trying for the first time. Still will offer you interview preparation help, including your real-time scenarios preparation with the live simulations that we'll do it. You can also bring your own scenarios and we can simulate them. And you bring all your issues or errors that you are facing it. We'll try to simulate and find solutions for all of them. Concept will also encourage those who are working to share your experience to help other members to understand the business knowledge and also the importance of knowing business knowledge in team. Okay. We'll also help with the mock interviews for you to prepare. If somebody needs it, you can approach us for a mock interviews. All this will be covered as a part of this course and there will not be any further additional charges. For this, there is a one small pre-requirement I just wanted to let you all of you know, because controlling module, whenever we wanted to start understanding, anybody who is working as a consultant, maybe if you guys wanted to share your experience or understanding about it, what do you think is most important before we start learning controlling module? Can I start like an FI CO also from the beginning, or is there anything else that I supposed to know when I start? Anyone wanted to share your experience? Maybe let me ask you this way. How many of you are working as a consultant? Any consultant for that matter? Okay. See,
Myself. Okay.
okay.
I'm with them.
Maybe better what I'll do is I'll launch a quick question, poll question on your screens. Please try to answer this in next 30 seconds. I'll close after 30 seconds. I don't want to waste a lot of time for all of you. Quickly answer this. Let me see so that everybody can see the responses. That's okay. Whatever your current level of experience, you can answer according to that. Nothing to penalize. Okay, there are 16 responses so far in the 30 seconds. Okay, 17, 18. There are, I think, 4 more people if they wanted to respond. Okay, I see 20 people out of 23 has responded. I'll end the poll at this moment. You can also, I'll also publish all the results. You guys also can see on the screen what everybody has responded here, right? So there are 6 people said waiting to start. Maybe they are learning SAP or they are in the journey of preparing for it. That's what my understanding. If there is any different meaning for it, you guys can share it in a while. Below 5 years, yes, 11 people have started their consulting journey and it's like close to 5 years or below 5 years is what they spent as a consultant, maybe FI consultant or a CO consultant, or it can be any other module. And I see there are 3 people who comes with more than 10 plus years of experience. Okay, this is very good to know for me at least, right? Those who says at least below 5 years and 10 plus years of experience, what do you think is most important for us to understand or required for us to start CO learn, to learn a CO? FI, there might be a few pre-requirements. Technically, I would say nothing, but yeah, technically there should be some pre-requirement for everybody to understand. If anybody wanted to recollect or you have seen a challenges, let me know. Based on that, we can touch base.
I think
I
first of
yeah, go on, sorry.
so I think first of all is like why we use FI in a company and why we use a CO in any company. Okay, what are the business processes comes under FI and business process for the CO area. So
Okay.
I think that at a conceptual level, once we understand then FI and CO, and why, what purpose we use for both FI as well as CO for any company, be it a service based or be it any product based. And yeah, so I think then that is a starting point for CO. We can cover it, I can say.
Great. Okay. Thanks, Sachin, on that. Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Coming to me, I think it's more on the client requirements and business understanding for the CEO, business
Mhm.
process understanding. So that makes a difference because on the FI, it's a kind of standard configuration, like you have to create a company code, plant, um, FIMM integration, FIST integration. So more or less, the configuration is very standard, pretty standard. Except the business processes what we are following and the customization or the developments what we are doing. But on the CEO side, I see it's more challenging because it's how the management wants the reporting, and it can be various processes, and it's not a like you can do it in multiple ways. So you should understand the process and then probably configure do system preparations. That's the challenge, I would say.
Mhm. Great. Okay. Okay. Thanks for sharing your experience. If anybody wanted to add, yes, please go ahead quickly. Then I'll add the remaining stuff. Okay, no problem. Okay, so now let's say that I think whatever you added along with that, I'll tell you, like already Kalpana mentioned, there is apart from the standard configuration, we should have a strong business knowledge to understand at least what exactly a business is doing, why they are using FI, and right. So to touch base, I think those who are not aware about CO, or to give everybody a little more idea about what exactly the CO here, right? We see that something called a product costing. So for us to do the product costing is one of the major thing, and is the COPA is all about internal reporting. So FI, if you look into it, we prepare a lot of external reportings. When I say a lot of, not really too many, but a major external reporting like your financial statements, right? Your balance sheet, profit and loss account. These are the two core things which you need to publish every period. Everybody agree? Which comes from FI.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So without
Yeah.
that, none of the company whoever implement any ERP system for that matter, there is no use. So any ERP system that we are implementing, that should be in a position to give us a right picture about what company is exactly performing in terms of numbers. That is all coming from our AFI module, which is a financial accounting module. That is what we call as external financial reporting. Now, there is something other side of the coin, what we need to understand. External financial reporting goes to everyone in the world where they can see that. When company publish, everybody can see that. Whoever is interested in that company, how the company is exactly performing. There is something other side. If management, whoever is running this business, if they wanted to understand how my business is performing, where am I doing good job, where am I doing bad job. When I say bad job, there might be some areas where they need to think about it. How should I improve my business for next year, right? This is one of the core concept in a business. What business is going to do next year, all that matters, right? Now, without knowing for a management how I performed this year versus compared to last few years, it is hard for them to take a decision for an upcoming period or a year. Now, business wanted to increase their revenue. By looking into your profit and loss account, they can see that what is my total profit. Maybe management, when they look into the trend of the profits, maybe they are stable or they are increasing, but not in the percentage that they are expecting. Maybe let's say every year the profits are increasing only 5%. Last year it was like $100 billion. This year is like $105 billion, which is just a 5% of it. But they are not happy with just 5% of it. The ROI that they are getting is not really worth if it is only 5%. Now, by looking into this, now they wanted to set a target of 15% for next year. Now, for them to set 15%, they need this historical data, how we performed. Based on that, this is what I wanted to see it. Next year, when they run a report and see, they can check and compare whether are we really able to reach it or not. Now, to reach that, there will be FP&A managers. Any of you worked in FP&A roles? Are you guys aware about FP&A roles? Anyone? Anybody worked as a management accountant otherwise? Any management accountant roles? That's okay. Please share your experience. I need more interaction so that we can share a real-time and genuine inputs. It's not about I talk or the information. If anybody worked, so please come forward and say that you worked as a management accountant, or you know at least what happens there, right? Anyone?
Yeah, so I worked in FP&A
Great.
department for a very long time.
Okay. In case you want to recollect, Sachin, when you worked in FP&A, what exactly you worked as a end user, for example, in a business role, you might have worked, I believe, right? Would you like to share your experience, how exactly it was?
So basically, our job was mainly related to month end. First of all, all those input which we used to get from the business, based on those inputs, we used to prepare the JV and post the entry. And second, once we post the JV, then we have to every day we have to see what we have budgeted for that particular quarter or for that particular month, and accordingly, according to budget, where we are actuals against the budget. And similarly, the next line of analysis which we need to do, the one which you forecasted. Okay. So we need to see all those actual versus budget versus forecasted. And then for the and on the same month on month, we have to do a flash. Flash means what are the adjustment. Okay. If you have forecasted for entire quarter and 1 month got over, then what we need to do, flash it. If any challenges, if any, so all those challenges also headwind, tailwind kind of thing, we need to incorporate in our flash month on month. Suppose first month got over. So those things we have to do once the basically month end got over, like suppose workday 5 or workday 5, once the period when the period got closed, then we have to do all those kind of exercise, actual versus budget versus forecast versus flash, where we are. So those kind of things we are actively involved in the FP&A.
Great, great. Thanks, Sachin, for sharing it. Anyone else has something similar to that? Okay, so I'll add a few more points to that, what Sachin mentioned. Yes, exactly. That's how FP&A roles work. Why we need to know FP&A? When you become CO consultant, you are going to work closely with FP&A teams in the organization. That's the first business users you are going to interact with. You are going to understand, or you are going to prepare the system for your FP&A team the way they need. Now, for that, you need to understand certain terminologies. They might use budgeting, forecasting, planning, actuals, variance analysis, right? Or a product costing, overhead calculations. There's a lot of terminologies comes into picture. So those who worked there, or at least has gone through in your academics, it will become very easy for you. Now we are talking about the pre-requirements for us to learn CO. Is there something that I can straight away jumpstart? If somebody who is starting your first time course to learn CO without prior experience of any other SAP functional modules or any other ERP experiences, and please contact me separately or talk about your experience so that we'll see how best you can continue this, right? Otherwise, you might face challenges later. It is not a straightforward course, I would say, like an FI. FI, if you don't have any prior experience, that is somehow okay. Somehow okay. Not, I would say again, encourage, but somehow okay, you can manage and continue. But CO is not something like that. There is, along with business knowledge, there is a technical knowledge as well, which is required, which is a functional knowledge required from other modules. Now, to give up more information, as a consultant, if I want to prepare this, whenever I wanted to prepare this group consolidation, costing related, I have a multiple company codes, right, in a different countries. Now I want to consolidate from across the globe and see overall growth of my organization. If for example, KNR Ignite Solutions is running from multiple countries, if I want to see the picture, how it is growing from year on year, I need to have a complete information about it. Now, whenever I have in multiple countries, there might be a slightly different requirement from legal or a local perspective as well. You will have a local gap where we are using for all FI related. Now there will be a challenge. How are you going to bring all these local gaps into one standard thing in CO? What are the pre-requirements that I need to make sure in a system? How should I configure the system? All these things also we need to check. Now, whenever we go here, we'll also go with multiple company codes example. It's not straight away, I'll take one company code example. Now, first requirement, what we need to understand, in case somebody who wanted to continue learning a CO module, he should be good at understanding how a company code can be created in FI, which is a very basic thing. When I say company code, I'm not talking about one T code of OX02. The entire company code in FI, whatever you deliver, including the postings, and run certain external financial reportings. Until then, if you are able to do that for one company code, then you are familiar with FI. I mean to say, at least company code you are familiar. I'm not expecting you to become expert in FI, but you should know how to create a company code, and you start preparing the rest of the things, like prepare all your GL accounts required. If required, maybe the vendor master and customer master, the BP records created, and try to post certain transactions. During the time, you will understand various small issues and the challenges and errors. You should be in a position to understand them or take help from anyone and try to fix it quickly. You should not stop that, right? So if you are able to do that quickly, that is the very basic and the first requirement you have to meet. Without knowing that, it will become challenge for you to continue zero knowledge. Somebody who comes with zero knowledge into ERP systems and wanted to learn for the first time, you might find it is like something new, completely new, right? I will be talking about a posting period. You need to change a posting period, for example. Without knowing FI basics, it is something new for you. Now, if I want to go back and teach you that what is posting period, how to create, what is the use of it, that will not work, right? Because we are focusing more on a CO here, not on a FI. I'll say FI will touch base at a very high level, what you're supposed to know. For that, I would recommend you guys to go back wherever you learned or whatever the sources you have it, grab them and try to pick up what we need, right? For you to learn CO from FI, you try to grab that knowledge. Then it will be easy for you to continue with CO codes, right? That's the first pre-requirement, I would say. You should be in a position to create multiple company codes, maybe with a multiple accounting principles if required. If that is okay, if you have a different accounting principles or the same accounting principle, maybe the different ledgers if you have it, maybe have that combination if required, and see, then we want to take all those multiple company codes. Maybe I will take 2 to 3 company codes in our trainings. We'll go with that multiple company codes example in CO, so that it will give you a complex scenarios to touch base. Otherwise, if I go with a plain scenario, which is just with a one company code, I won't say that will be a perfect way of learning it. You need to go with a multiple company codes and with a slightly different requirement from each company code. When you put all of them together, you will see a multiple knowledge or a multiple challenges in CO. That's a perfect way of continuing it. Okay, so that's the first requirement. You need to make sure FI should be good at it, including your FIMM integration, FIST integrations, and when I say integration points, these two, obviously you need to create all this plant sales organizations and all this stuff. And the basic idea about how to create purchase order, sales order, all these things also we should become little familiar. No need to be an expert, but at least you should know how to create it. Go to ME21 and you should be able to create that purchase order and see how to post your GRIRs, right? And all this you will understand. Okay, that's a very quick pre-requirement for all of you to understand. Along with that, business knowledge, yes, will touch base on a business knowledge as well, on a certain areas, what and all required in a CO. Whenever I talk about product costing, what exactly the product costing, how it works, we will touch base on them, what you're supposed to know from a business perspective. There we will also pick up all the interview preparation level. In almost each and every session will cover up what are the interview questions or something that we are supposed to be aware about it and how to prepare for it. And we'll have a dedicated sessions as well to understand how to prepare for this overall. Okay, we'll run separate sessions as well to cover more topics, and each session will touch base and what questions from that topic, what you can expect, how it is going to be. And you can also expect certain assignments in almost all the areas. Whenever we touch base on this, you need to be very, I would say, the moment we complete the class, it's not about we complete the class and you continue the practice or you come back for the next class, right? I would always expect you to go through the assignment and complete the assignment, try to catch up within 1 week, and by next week when we are jumping into the next topics or a continuation, it should not have too much of backlog, right? That way you need to catch up with all the assignments that we are going to share, which is going to help you to judge yourself whether you are able to progress or not. This is not strictly I wanted to enforce it, but it is for the benefit of you, for you to continue to see whether you are really able to cope up or not. You can ask the questions whenever you are not able to catch up or wherever you stuck, we are there to help. But that's how I can also understand, yes, you are in a right direction, right? That's the first trigger point for you to know the long journey is going to help or not. Okay, that's the first thing for all of you know. So I'm reading all your comments. Yeah, those who is putting what about cost center, profit center, and internal order? Yes, all of them will be covered as a part of our training. And when it comes to contents, it is a vast content. It's not just like point to point that we can share it, but a high level for you to understand, to give you some idea. So we are going to go deep about product costing, material ledgers, and COPA concepts. We'll talk about more on the content perspective in tomorrow's session. Okay, so I'm going to invite Vinod as well. Unfortunately, he's not available today to join with us. Yes, tomorrow he will join and he will add more inputs, and he will also clarify all your doubts, anything that you have around the topics and all those stuff. Yeah, my name is Natsimha Reddy Pooja, in case you joined just now. So there is another trainer along with me, like I mentioned here. So I'm Natsimha Reddy, and Vinod will be joining from tomorrow, who is also going to help everybody to understand how it is. Yeah, predictive accounting, this is also will be covered. So for all that, yeah, we need to allow some time to each topic to digest and practice in a right manner. But we'll continue all the topics that we are giving it. Tomorrow we'll touch base at a high level one more time. What are the topics we are going to cover as a part of this, right? Now let's see this. For us to cover all this, it is going to take approx 4 months of duration, and the timings that we are going to continue is at 9 p.m. IST, something like what we started now. So this is the time which we are going to start at. Maybe it goes like, depending on, maybe I'll ask all of your opinion, what would be the timing to understand how much time would be ideal that we can finalize. Maybe what I'm thinking, average 1.5 hours is what I'm planning for it. So because we are going to meet 4 days in a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you will have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, 3 days break for you to practice and continue and catch up again in a cycle next Wednesdays, right? So that way, this is going to be a schedule, and timing wise, the duration for every day average would be a 1.5 hour. Maybe I'll take a voting again from all of you and see whether we can increase or decrease a few minutes on top of that. Okay, that's a one thing. Cost wise, yeah, somebody, whoever is coming with the prior knowledge of FI, and you don't need FI knowledge, right? This course, I'm planning to launch this at 35,000 rupees for an entire course, like I all mentioned here. Everything will be covered, including the mock interviews, and you will also get all the class recordings. And until you join as a consultant, you expect any help, we will help you whatever you need until you become a consultant. No need to worry about the real-time scenarios, interview preparation, resume preparation, mock interviews, and all this stuff, including the server we are going to provide at 35,000. Somebody who say that, "Well, I don't need FI related knowledge. I already comes with FI and already comfortable with it," they will get a discount. They will get approx 8,000 rupees of discount without server and FI. Only CO module, then it will become out of 38,000. If you remove that 8,000, which will be approx 27,000. Sorry, it will be how much it would be. Just a second. 8,000 is what you can expect for FI and server together. Those who don't need it, to make it very clear for you. I think the cost wise, I think you guys got an idea, but I can share more information on the fees as well later. So here generally we cover those who need a basic knowledge about FI. I can help them with one of my previous batch recordings so that you can refer the recordings, or in case you wanted to go through that complete batch and parallelly wanted to cover, it might be a long gap. You may not be able to catch up, because if you want to start from the basics and a scratch, it takes minimum 3 to 4 months for you to learn FI also and the live classes. Somebody who wanted to refer on their own phase or refresh one more time, I can offer you within this 35,000 along with FI. In case you need, you can pick up that FI recorded sessions of my recent batches. That way you will not feel that I'm missing FI knowledge, right? In case somebody needs. Otherwise, if you are coming with the experience of FI, you don't need to worry about this paying full fee of 35K. You can go with only by paying less 8,000 in 35,000, which comes to 27,000 for you without server. Those who need a server, then let me know. Then I can arrange, or if you guys already have a server, you can continue on top of that. So with 27,000 is going to be your only controlling related. Okay, those who need along with the server, then with the server anyway, either you can manage it or all of us can go for the common server. So yes, the Sachin, it is going to be S4HANA along with Fury, which we are going to use. The timing, Kiran, like I already mentioned, it will start at 9 p.m. India time. So yeah, that will continue at 9 o'clock in the evening of India time. Okay. Here is the timing and the schedule part for those to understand it. Okay. Yeah, maybe the training objective, my objective is to make you confident and comfortable consultants to join as a CO consultant very easily. You don't need to depend on any proxies, or you don't need to depend on any other means of backdoor or any other options, right? I want to give you that complete conceptual understanding where you can easily crack your own interviews. You don't need to depend on anybody. That's a main objective with us. We don't go for any shortcuts. We don't want to encourage anybody to go for proxies or any of that sort. Anybody, if you are looking for it, please stay away. I will not be encouraging that, and that is not my motto also. Okay. So because why I don't encourage this, I have practically seen the challenges what people are facing on the projects whenever they join in a project. As I have seen already in a previous poll, you guys already confirmed how many of you are working as a consultant. I see around 14 to 15 people said you are working as a consultant. You might know already what challenges you might faced or you might seen with your colleagues. That challenges should not repeat with anybody, those who complete course with us. Okay. So that confidence is what we want to give it without any second thought. You should be in a position to at least jumpstart and do your own homework and start continuing in the project confidently. That's a main objective here. Okay, the quality you can expect throughout the course. It's not just what we are providing it. Like I mentioned, to understand what are the benefits that you are going to get it, the overall benefits, maybe live classes is what you are going to attend, and you will also get the complete recordings of the course, what you are attending it for your reference. In case you wanted to refer for later purpose, you will also get the class notes that we are using it, and we'll also share the practical scenarios and also the live documents that we are using in a project, some templates, some documents, whatever is required, including the data migration techniques, right? So there is a lot of techniques that we need to understand. We'll touch base on all of them. And what else you can get it here? Like I mentioned, interview support for you to prepare for interviews, including the real-time scenarios and resume preparation. Until once you're done with that, I think most of you are already following SAP Learning Hub community. This community, not just for the namesake that I have it. So here we are going to share knowledge from all the modules. Maybe once you guys join here and you wanted to share CO related knowledge with yourself, yes, it is easy for you to share your knowledge, and I encourage you to share in that SAP Learning Hub. And we'll continue to share knowledge articles and content there in going forward in a future. So I'm going to continue this as a CPE sessions, which I spoke to some of the members who expressed interest to be part of the core team of SAP Learning Hub community building, which we are going to run later. So this CPE sessions, which is a continuing professional education, which is not happening. So the demo class, don't worry. I think, yeah, thanks Kalpana for reminding it. So I'm not going to collect any fees until you attend next 4 to 5 classes, the core classes. I don't ask anybody. You attend 4 to 5 classes. Only after that you can collect. You can decide to continue or not. After that, I'll start collecting the fee. Okay. So that's my word. It's not like a single demo. It will be hi-fi and the next we don't know, right? But you see the same quality throughout the sessions. You will continue the core concepts from tomorrow. We'll touch base tomorrow with the content, and we'll jumpstart with the basics, what you're supposed to learn as a pre-requirement. Then we'll jumpstart with a CO, including your concept and configuration, everything. And you see first 4 to 5 classes, then you decide by end of next Friday, for example, or next Saturday. Until next Saturday, I would say you attend free classes without paying anything. Then you decide whether it is in case you wanted to. The installment portion, yeah. So you guys can approach me later for an installment or any other options that in case you guys need it. So we can allow that also. Don't worry on that portion. So I'll be little flexible on the payment options, but not to worry. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I don't collect any money right away from anybody. So there will be some early bird offers which I'll announce it. On that, you guys can go ahead and grab these opportunities. Okay, that is going to help you to cover up the cost and everything depending on that. But not too much changes will happen with the late payments and all this stuff. But I would encourage. Okay. Foreign job support, maybe you can specify, Sachin, what kind of support that you are referring to, whether you need any referrals or whether you need anything apart from the referrals that we can look into it, or you can talk one-on-one or here, anything is okay. So let's see that what exactly you mean. Okay. So yeah, and the community support, you will have a community support. This community, I would encourage everybody, whoever is here, right? You can also help your fellow members, whoever is preparing for a CO roles or any role, right? Whatever you know, genuinely provide your answers. If you don't know, that is okay. Don't misguide them with your informations. Provide only the genuine information so that they can benefit. Okay, in a community. So that's a one help everybody can get it whenever you are practicing, whenever you are in a project, whenever you stuck with something, you need a career guidance and everything you can expect. As a part of our course, yeah, the another best thing is you will also get a mentoring from me whenever you struck in your wherever you struck, particularly like let's say career juncture, you got a question mark, how to continue further. there is some personal challenges, I'm not able to continue. How should I proceed further? Yeah, all these things you can talk to me personally. I am happy to help you, which will help you to become to clarify all your doubts and continue. All this mentoring again for our students, it will become free of cost. I'm not going to charge anything. If you refer to that on my TopMed platform, that might be chargeable. But as our alumni or the students, you will get all the mentoring support and the career guidance, whatever you need at free of cost. Somebody who has a questions before you enroll for this question, whether it is really for me or not. I come with so and so academic background, so and so working experience. Will I be able to manage it or not? Can I start or not? Feel free to contact me. I'm happy to help you to discuss and clarify all your questions. Okay, all this support is available even before you start the course, or once you start the course also, I'll provide you the same thing until you complete the course, or until you join into job. I'll commit the same thing and you will get that support from me to get proper mentoring support until you are successful. That's what I wanted to say. It's not about for me to make only the money, but I want you to be successful. That's where I really get happy, right? So that's the one thing I just wanted to share more about it. So maybe okay. So 1 second, am I? Okay. So yeah, so let me proceed further if I continue there. Yeah, those who wanted to contact me, most of you might already there in our controlling WhatsApp group, somebody who is not there, and you might got this link from other way around. So whoever has shared it, try to WhatsApp me on this number so that I can add you into controlling WhatsApp group. Or you can, if you don't want to be there in the group, that's still okay. So you can talk to me on this number personally one-on-one for any kind of information or any sort of doubt clarification. Officially, I'll send out any emails or the communication with this two email ID or this mobile number. Please be aware if somebody is calling and claiming as if they are from a KNR Ignite Solutions and asking for a money or any other things, be mindful about it. Okay. So, and all the payments will also officially go to KNR Ignite Solutions account. I'll share that later when I about to ask for a fee. So that's all I had about this for today. Maybe tomorrow we'll start at 9 o'clock again. We'll start with our Vinod, another trainer introduction, and he will take us all about what exactly the content is going to be covered under this and clarify all your questions. And we'll continue for the next 4 to 5 classes with no cost. You can attend the classes and see the quality. And by then you will understand how is the class patterns happening, how is the conceptual knowledge of the trainers, right? All these things you will understand. Then I think you can take a decision after that to continue or not. Okay, with that note, I'll take a pause here and let me know if you guys have any specific questions to ask so that I can clarify if anything I have missed it from a chart or somebody wanted to ask something. Yes, please. Yes, like Garvesh mentioned, yes, margin-based COPA, casting-based COPA, combined COPA. Yes, we'll go all these topics as well.
So in each session, you will give us some kind of scenario to us and show us like what exactly like it happens in the real time scenario in any project, and then we have to showcase to you something like that.
Exactly.
It will happen.
Yes. So what we will do, we'll start with our core conceptual understanding, what that is exactly. Then we'll continue with other things like how to do the configuration or how to see that. Then we'll create a scenarios based on that and see how to see the final output. If I do this, where it will impact. If I am expecting so and so output, what are the things that I need to do it? We'll go in that style.
You will cover the integration with the CO, FI, PP, MPM.
Yes.
With other module, CO with other module.
Yes, CO with other modules, whatever is required, we'll go about it.
Okay. Because
we
usually
used
in the real-time scenario, CO with issue comes CO with other module like PP, APM, MM,
Right.
where only we get the like especially in the support project.
Correct.